Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, this is Judy, and welcome back to our channel. Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, and I hope you're doing wonderful today. We're back for another reaction to Amberlynn read. Now listen, I was just taking my sweet time this morning to react to this video because I was like, listen, I'm not in a hurry. I'm just gonna do things at my own pace. And of course, the second that I finally sit down, to go and film this reaction, somebody outside my apartment building decided to start playing Christmas music, which is fine. Enjoy your holiday whenever, wherever you want. I'm not mad about people being outside doing whatever they want in their own space, but it's just like, oh my gosh, I really did wait until the last minute, and now somebody's playing music out there. So if you hear that, which I don't know if you can or not, it's actually kind of faint to me now, but it's just like one of those things where my brain is like, I can't hear anything but this music playing outside. Everybody's gonna hear this music. All I can think about is how this music is playing. Oh my god, this music. So, I apologize, but you know what? I'm probably gonna edit this back and not even be able to hear it when I'm editing, and you'll be like, Zach, what's the issue? And I'll be like, exactly. So anyways, Amberlynn has another new video. She's staying on schedule. I am proud of her for that. I think, like, wow, if only she'd had this consistency the entire time that she's been on YouTube, maybe people wouldn't feel some type of way about some aspects of her channel. I won't say all aspects of her channel, because let's be honest, she has more problems than just like being consistent with the YouTube schedule, but I think that would have alleviated some problems she's had in the past for sure. And I don't know if I'm always going to, again, you know, I don't react to everything Amberlynn puts out these days, or really, like, I don't know, I guess maybe there was a time where I might have reacted to most of the stuff that she put out, but certainly now where I'm at on my channel, we're not reacting to everything. But this in particular is a new series type of thing that she's doing. It's called Let's Talk. She even labels this video Let's Talk Episode 1. But I think this specifically was her asking for questions on either Instagram or her community tab or something like that. I know she always does the Instagram Q&As. Honestly, I haven't been going into Judy's Instagram account to really keep up with Amberlynn over there, so if she has been posted anything over there, I haven't seen it in a minute, but I am curious to see how this goes. So if this provides anything interesting, this is fun, and she continues to be fun in the Let's Talk episodes, then we can react to those. Sure, why not? And I was particularly interested in this one because she titled it, Am I in a Relationship? Which is really, truly the only interesting thing about her life right now is people speculating on whether or not wifey is there, wifey isn't there, whether or not she is or isn't in a relationship. She did just mention in the very last live stream that she did that she was maybe talking to somebody. I covered that in like the live stream memorial service celebration of life video I did. But she did allude to the fact that she was maybe talking to somebody and that she would see where it goes. So I'm curious what she has to say in this video, or if this is just clickbait, which, like, let's be honest, there's a good chance that it could be. So let's get to.
Hey guys, so welcome to the first Let's Talk video.
But if you want, can you try again? Oh yeah.
So for this video, every Tuesday, I literally just wanted to be chill, just want to be able to sit down, talk to you guys, still communicate. But every Monday night, I will be posting on my community tab here.
Okay.
For you guys to just give me topics or questions that you want me to talk about. I just really...
So basically, like I said previously, that this is just her doing a live stream, but like an edited down version of a live stream where she really only talks about what she wants to talk about, but she gets those ideas from the audience.
I want to feel connected to you guys because I know during my live streams I was able to bond. I just really want to be able to communicate with you guys because during my live streams I was able to kind of form a communication between all of us, and I honestly love that. So
it's interesting, like, I did see somebody say this back when I made the video about her ending her live streams, that like she actually seemed to enjoy doing live streams or tell people that she enjoyed doing them, and that she really didn't probably have to end them. And I would agree to some extent. Like, if you like having that bond or that connection with people, I would say you could still do live streams in moderation. You know what I'm saying? Like a weekly or even a bi-weekly or even a monthly check-in. Like, maybe you just don't do them as often. Maybe you just make them something special and you can still have that connection with the people who watch you, and they still get live streams. You could maybe still end the membership thing, because it's like, how is that really going to... How is that a perk, right? I could get that part, but like, you could still do an occasional live stream. Like, it sounds like you enjoyed doing them. I don't know. I mean, I know this sounds like a lot coming from the guy that's like, you need to end live streams, but like, I would say like doing an occasional live stream in addition to the whole entire other like schedule that she now has would not be obnoxious. She used to do that. She used to occasionally do live streams amidst the other content on her channel. I think what was frustrating and why live streams had to end, at least in the way that they were, is that that was all she was doing and it was boring. You know what I'm saying?
Before we get started, I do have some scratches right here. I have no idea what happened. Trust me, I know your heads are gonna go first, but I literally woke up one morning, just a few mornings ago, and I had welts, like scratches on me. And I don't have nails. It wasn't from me, and I know it wasn't from Twinkie, because...
Wifey? Wifey? Question mark? Sorry. Also, don't mind my McDonald's Diet Coke. But wifey? No, I'm just playing. I'm just kidding. I also didn't even notice the scratches till she pointed it out, but I'm sure y'all Nancy Drews on the internet would have noticed.
Because she doesn't just like scratch up on me, so I have no idea. Okay. So
also, why are her cats not out of the question? She mentioned her own nails and she mentioned Twonk, but like, what about Wasabi? What about Rarity? Could they have done it?
let's get into what you guys want me to talk about. So if I don't feel comfortable talking about something, I simply won't. But I feel like for the most part, I am pretty open book without getting like too personal. Like, I have shared medical records before on here.
Are you an open book right now, though? Because I feel like we don't really know anything about what's really happening in your life, because you show us mundane things like you refilling the coffee canister instead of actually showing us the things we'd like to see, which is like you interacting with your friends and wifey and things like that. Like, you have fair game that you don't want to talk about whatever you don't want to talk about, but like, to say you're an open book right now, I'm not buying it.
That won't be happening. All right, so here's the first one. Guys, we all know she won't talk about wifey. She's never going to address wifey unless she gets caught on camera by accident or something. Until then, it's just the cat changing the fire alarm battery and driving her around. Okay, wifey no longer exists. Wifey is a thing in the past.
Okay.
We do still talk. I am dating someone. I told you guys that I was talking to someone. Now we have officially started dating.
Stop.
They're local, so they're here a lot of the time. But I will say,
stop. Wait. So wifey done. Already got a new boo allegedly in the picture, and they're local. And until I see them, it's hard for me to believe that it's not wifey. Honestly, we didn't get all the dramatics of things from whatever breakup might have happened with wifey. We're talking about a woman who literally traveled across the country in some aspect, because we know that she flew in to come stay with you after she met you on the internet, and y'all talked and y'all spent time together, and then we're just supposed to believe you didn't have any feelings about this woman saying it's over. But then, like, any other time a woman has come into your life and a woman has left your life, like, it's been dramatics. I mean, maybe that's growth. Maybe that is growth. I'm curious, though. I would love to hear more about the new person you're dating.
The fire alarm and the friend driving me around. You guys have to realize, like, I'm not alone. 24/7. Like, if I was alone all the time, I would go literally insane.
Well,
I have
right.
friends, I have people in my life, and it's
Right.
just like the speculation regarding anything is just crazy. Just accept that I do have a girlfriend now. Well,
I don't think anybody's not accepting that. You're acting surprised that people are like speculating that you are with somebody because nobody thinks that you are alone. Nobody thinks that you are by yourself, but you give us so little. Like, I think that that's the balance that Amberlynn's gonna have to find, right? Like, how do I figure out how to not share every detail of my life and the people in it, but also, like, still provide something that's, like, authentic and interesting to people to see? I get the idea that you don't want to share every single detail of your personal life with people, that you need to have some kind of separation between what you do as your job and what you do in your personal life. But when you go to the extreme of, I'm just not going to share anything, then yeah, people are going to be like, well, how are you doing all of this? You've told us before that you struggle with your mobility, and we're supposed to believe that you packed up all of these boxes from your storage unit by yourself and brought them into your house. We're supposed to believe that the cats are driving you around in this brand new car that we've never seen before. Like, yeah, people are gonna be suspicious when you don't explain any of those things. Like I get that that you don't want to share it all. I do, and I've even suggested in the past as advice, like, you don't have to share anything. But then, like, when you're like, why don't you understand me? It's because you don't give us anything to understand. You don't give us a single thing to understand.
will I be showing her on camera? No. I just feel like right now the safest thing to do is just don't talk about my relationship. I know I just said I'm an open book and I feel like I'm contradicting myself, but I just think
what did I
there's
say?
a fine line between things that I should share and things that I shouldn't share. I'm just kind of tired of bringing people on my channel and them like getting their life ruined. It creates
agreed. I feel that 100%. But also, let's also note that it was literally only like a week ago that she was saying that she was talking to somebody and that we would see where it goes. And now all of a sudden you're in a relationship. So, like, if you're getting upset that people are like wondering how you're doing all of this stuff alone, keep in mind that only a week or so has passed since you told us that information. And now all of a sudden you're dating this person. And it's just like a lot for us to catch up on because we don't live your life with you every day and you don't share your life with us every day. You know, so we're putting pieces together on our own. That's what happens when people don't have all the information. Their brain starts making up all these stories, for better or worse.
It's an uncomfortable dynamic between me and the person. This has happened quite a few times in the past, and I feel like I want to do everything I can to protect the people I care about.
Please.
Okay, so next question. I'd like to know if you're going to hang out with any of the people you were friends with again. Are any of them ever going to be featured in vlogs? Destiny and Dana, Eric and Ricky, and what about Becky? Okay, so Destiny and Dana, I don't think they will ever be in vlogs again. Will I hang out with them? Eventually, I honestly haven't seen them in so long.
I feel like there's still so much bad blood between them. Whatever happened right before she broke up with Becky, I feel like there was something that happened that they're not going to be able to go back and repair, because they have not been in the picture for a while now. And if you remember, Amberlynn, when talking about giving money to Becky, said, I've learned from my past mistakes of giving money to people. Who do we know that she's given a lot of money to? Destiny and Dana. So something happened there, y'all.
I just know they're super busy, and I feel like our lives have kind of just grown apart, if you will. It's like the situation where you're so close to people and then just slowly you drift apart. It happens. There doesn't have to be like always some drama with it or anything like that.
I agree, but I think you already said that there was drama. I mean, you did acknowledge in one of the very early live streams that something happened between y'all. And now I feel like you're walking that statement back a little bit.
Eric and Ricky, I hang out with them frequently, but not as often as I think we'd all like. We do live kind of far from each other. Will they ever be in vlogs? No. I also do hang out with Becky as well. Will she ever be in my videos? No. A lot of people have speculated that we just like don't want to talk about each other in videos, and honestly, it's true.
Right.
I have noticed.
No, there's no speculation about that. You've literally both said that. I don't know if Amberlynn, like some of what Amberlynn has talked about is speculation, but in that case, that's not speculation. You've said that before. There's no speculation about that.
There are a big, large group of people who kind of want to pin Becky and I against each other. And Becky and I feel like it's just appropriate that we stay off of each other's channels and we don't talk about each other.
And yet,
so I feel like...
And yet here you are. This is like the second, third time in a week I've heard you talking about Becky. So you're doing a great job. You're doing a great job, Amberlynn.
This is probably going to be one of the very last times that I do mention her, but I do want to make it very known that I love Becky. I care about her tremendously.
Okay.
She was in my life for so long. I really do consider her family, and she has a piece of my heart. I really don't want anything to come between me and her, and I know she feels the same way. So best option is just stay off of each other's channel. She's only going to answer the questions like, what makeup do you wear? What's your favorite color? Do you like sushi?
She loves to include a question like this just to be like, see, you're wrong. Did you just hear me answer all those questions about Wifey and Becky and Destiny and Dana? You're wrong.
I'm not trying to do that, but you know what? I'm going to answer those 3 questions. So as for what makeup do I wear? I love Fit Me foundation.
Oh, nobody cares about this. She totally thinks she's serving us by answering this person's question anyways. But this is like literally, I first of all, we've heard most of these answers before anyways, and second of all, I don't know that anybody cares.
Lip lately. Love a winged eyeliner moment, and my preferred method of doing so is a liquid eyeliner.
Also, you could have told us all of this while you were doing your makeup in your vlog yesterday.
As you guys can tell, I am barefaced. I'm trying to be a little bit more.
Ooh, what do you know about
barefaced?
barefaced?
I have worn makeup almost every single day. My face started getting so dry and splotchy. It just wasn't okay. So I'm trying to moisturize my face. I'm trying to use a medicated like lotion type style. It is working. I'm just not used to putting stuff on my face unless it's makeup. So this is very different for me. But yeah, I'm just letting my face breathe and do its thing for a little bit. What's my favorite?
It's so wild because literally, I know I just said this like 2 seconds ago, but like instead of just filming a sit down video like this answering questions, you could have answered these questions while you were doing your makeup, while you were doing your daily life where you're actually doing this. Sit down and film a like nighttime routine for people, or get ready with me, or whenever you're putting all of this like moisturizer stuff on your face. This, I mean, knowing you, it's probably the conditioner, the hair conditioner you're putting on your face that you think was a face moisturizer. But regardless, sit down and show us. Like, instead of sitting here talking to us about it.
Favorite color? I love a green moment. Black, maroon. And do I like sushi? Duh. Next question. I believe you're more calculated than you want your audience to know. Do you think dumbing yourself down is endearing, or do you think it'll stir up conversation among your haters? Either way, it entices engagement, and that's ultimately what any/all YouTubers want. Enlightening us on your perspective is much appreciated. So I wanted to read the comments underneath that, and I found this one. I could see it. The mispronouncing words thing and general ditziness could be legit, but it does kind of come off that way. Not talking smack. A lot of women do it. I've done it before. Not on YouTube, though. Marilyn Monroe was famous for it. Someone else said, I don't think she's pretending to be that stupid. I think it is real. Okay, so to answer the question,
I'm gonna need a sip of Diet Coke for whatever she has to say about this.
I do not dumb myself down on purpose. I don't mispronounce words on purpose. There has been so many times and so many situations where I say or do something where people are like, oh my gosh, she's trolling, or she's trying to be quirky and cute. And I'm over here just genuinely like, no, that's really me. And yes, it does cause more engagement because people love watching someone who's kind of like
Yeah.
as this person said, stupid. But the engagement and
Yeah.
the stupidity is definitely just happening naturally because I'm not like forcefully trying to come off as dumb. Okay, so
So I don't know what the best response to that answer is. Do you say like, yeah, I'm really that dumb? Like, I really think that biology and science are two different things. Like, do I say that or do I say, yeah, I'm trolling? Which, like, to be honest, she has admitted to trolling in the past. So I think it's fair to take anything that actually happens on her channel with a grain of salt. I do choose to live in my own fantasy land where, like, I just now am accepting the reality of whatever Amberlynn presents to us as her reality, because Amberlynn's reality is my fantasy, okay? And I won't let any of you get in between me and my fantasy.
someone wants to know non-scale victories, ones you've hit already and ones you're looking forward to / are working towards now. So this is gonna sound so weird, but a huge non-scale victory for me is singing in the shower. So when I go back and I think of 2019, I really could barely shower, if I'm being 100% honest with you guys. My legs would literally shake while I was in the shower. I couldn't shower for more than 2 minutes. My breathing was as if I just ran 100 miles. It was honestly so bad, and it's like the fact that I'm not exaggerating, I totes wish I was, just goes to show like how freaking unhealthy I was. When I tell you my breathing was so bad, I like couldn't even say one word without gasping for air. I had to wait to wash my hair on different days because I couldn't even wash my whole body and my hair at the same time because I literally could not stand in the shower for more than 2 minutes. Now, I shower peacefully. There's no out of breath, there's no pain, there's no discomfort. I'm able to stand there and let the water fall over me while I'm belting my lungs out without feeling like I'm out of breath at all in the slightest.
Well, here's what I'll say. It is interesting because, like, so many people in the past have asked her, like, how do you shower? How do you shower? How could you ever shower? And her response is always like, of course I shower. Of course I shower. Like, I can shower, no problems, no issues. So I think a lot of people are probably like, oh my God, like, you were lying that whole time. But let's be honest, like, if you were in that situation, and I assume that this relates, or Amberlynn would relate to this, like, you're probably not going to want to admit that at the time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I will give it to you. I totally understand that people are probably like, oh my God, this person has been lying this whole time, because, like, people would say, like, oh, you haven't washed your hair. It must be because you can't take a shower. You haven't done this. And basically, Amberlynn's admitting that now. But what I will say is, like, I'm thrilled that she's able to do that now. It sounds like it's provided a lot of perspective for her in terms of, like, how she lives her life. So that's exciting. That's thrilling. I'm glad she's made that progress.
I know that sounds like so weird and a lot of you are like, really? But when I tell you the changes in my breathing and in my stamina have completely shocked the shit out of me, I am being 100% genuine. Someone said, I think we all know that anything the audience really wants to know will be ignored / overlooked. Instead, we will be told who her celebrity crushes, favorite holiday.
She's gonna do this again where she thinks it's a serve, and she's gonna be like, well, let me answer your questions. My celebrity crushes, Miley Cyrus and Blake Lively. I want to go to Bora Bora. See, you thought you were being funny, but I'm gonna be more funny by actually taking your questions seriously.
Or TV show, etc. Same old, same old. I'm really trying hard to answer questions that you guys truly want answered. I think what's frustrating is I feel like a lot of people aren't going to accept my answer. But now that we're here, I would love to answer those questions as well.
I told you! Literally, she doesn't get the point that nobody actually wants to hear the answer to these questions. She doesn't understand that point. I will give it to her. She answered some questions about wifey and whatever current relationship she's in. Beautiful, thank you for answering that, but, like, you're not getting the point that nobody wants to hear for a 20,000th time that your celebrity crush is Miley Cyrus and Blake Lively. Like, we don't care. We already know the answer, and we don't care. And we don't. We just simply don't.
Celebrity crush is Blake Lively. Favorite holiday is Christmas. Favorite movie is Forrest Gump. As for a favorite TV show, though, I feel like I like too many shows to choose.
So quirky.
Like, overall favorite.
So quirky.
Next question is, where did wifey learn to edit? Good job. So this is funny. No one is editing for me. I've always known how to edit.
I'm gonna be honest. Y'all saying I've seen the comments that people are like, oh, wifey is editing Amberlynn's vlogs. First of all, Amberlynn's editing isn't like impeccable. Okay, Amberlynn's not doing any kind of like amazing, wonderful editing. Second of all, this is not new editing for Amberlynn. I think people have just been so stuck in like the live stream era that people forget what Amberlynn's videos were like before that. No, not all of them had editing, but when Amberlynn did put the effort in to do some kind of editing, it was always this kind of stuff. It was always like the zooming in on her face whenever she makes a weird face, and like the quick cuts and jumps and things like that. Like, she's always done this kind of editing when she's wanted to do editing. The reality is one, we've been in 6 months of live stream hell, and two, like, the editing before live stream hell was only every once in a while, and she's now doing it more consistently, so it's more consistently happening. This is not like, I mean, if you watch other YouTube outside of Amberlynn, which I know, like, at this point, maybe a lot of you don't, which is fine, but, like, people do more impressive editing than what Amberlynn is doing, just so we're all on the same page.
Just chose not to do it majority of the time. You can go back and find videos where I had a wild hair up my butt, and I did decide to edit a lot. I feel motivated to edit now.
Yes, what I just said. What I just said.
I don't want YouTube to feel like a chore, because for a long time it did feel that way, but now I'm finding joy in it, and that's why I'm filming more and editing more, because I wake up every day and I feel just like excited for YouTube.
Good.
Honestly, I feel excited for life in general.
Good.
I think that is it for the topics. I hope that you guys did enjoy this. Like I said, I just wanted to be super
yes and
casual
no.
on Tuesdays.
Yes and no.
I feel like through all of the years I've been on YouTube, there's always like a few hot topics that people won't stop talking about when it comes to my life, or just like general questions that they're super curious about, and it kind of goes through waves, and it's like just a cluster of things that people like speculate, etc., etc. So I feel like these Tuesdays will actually be really good for that, to like talk about them. So yeah, hopefully I can be some really good white noise for a lot of you. Either way,
I just love how she always throws that out whenever she's like not confident in what the actual content is, which like, I'm all about having a YouTube video playing on in the background for like literal white noise. Like, I love to have it on when I'm playing Fortnite, or when I'm working on something, cleaning my house, doing dishes, whatever it might be. I love to have videos on in the background, but like, I love how that's always like, she's always like ready to default to people just assuming that they're gonna be putting her on just for some background noise.
I hope that you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye. All right, so that's that. I mean, I will say I feel like she was a little bit more vulnerable about some things. I think the reality that we are learning from this is that a lot of what we are going to see in vlogs and stuff moving forward is going to be kind of boring, because she clearly is also living a life outside of what's happening in those vlogs. She's spending time with people outside of what's on that vlog, and that is impacting her life. And like I've said multiple times, if she doesn't want to share something, she shouldn't. Like, I feel like she's gotten herself in trouble in the past when she's talked about stuff and talked about people and things that she didn't want to talk about, and it's gotten her into all kinds of trouble. So I respect that, but I think it's like clear in what we're seeing in her actual vlogs that she is living one life for YouTube and living one life outside of YouTube. And when the point of your YouTube is supposed to be about you sharing your life, that's what her channel is, then people are going to miss it. It would be different if she did something like I did, where like, if I would share personal details about my life, it doesn't matter because my channel's not about my life. You know what I'm saying? I also think it's so weird because she could also be incorporating some of these questions into just regular vlogs. Like I said, she had all of that footage of her doing her makeup and literally was answering a question right here about like, what she wears for makeup and things like that. You know what I'm saying? But even if she didn't get questions about makeup, she could have answered all of those questions while she was doing her makeup in that video. So those kind of things I feel like are missed opportunities, because that's one way to like bring us into your life and have it come across as like authentic and not just you sitting down at your computer and filming a video. Does that make sense? Do y'all feel what I'm saying there? Is that resonating with you? Because it resonates with me. Anyways, let me know what you all think down below. If you're brand new to my channel and this is your first time here, make sure to subscribe down below and hit the bell button so you get notifications every single time I post a new video on this channel. Also, make sure to leave a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all of my social media, including my second channel, where I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing lately. I had so much fun with you all today. I hope you did too, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!